Hello, I'm Dr. Katoyun Montazeri, and this is the PBM and Tinnitus Lab channel. Thanks for joining me. As I mentioned, I'm making a series of videos about the triggers and improvers of tinnitus, and this is the sixth video of this series, and I will talk about the medical and physiological triggers. Tinnitus can be triggered by a wide range of medical and physiological uh, conditions, including vascular, neurological, hormonal, and metabolic issues. And in some cases, it's the body system that involved in tinnitus. Um, the main medical and physiological triggers are hearing loss and inner ear disorders, vascular and circulatory issues, neurological issues, metabolic and endocrine conditions, inflammatory and autoimmune disease, and also sleep and respiratory disorders. I talked about the sleep related triggers in a full video in this series. You can watch it, and in this video I will talk about the other triggers. I'm sorry. The first topic, the first trigger in this group is hearing loss and inner ear disorders, um, which is the most common. And it's including aging or presbycusis, air infections and inflammations, noise exposure, ototoxic drugs, and Meniere's disease. I explained about the noise trauma and its effect as a trigger of tinnitus in a full video of this series, and also about the ototoxic drugs in the video about medications, and I talked about Meniere's disease in the dietary triggers of tinnitus, because Meniere's disease is highly related to diet. So in this video, I will talk about the effects of aging and infections and inflammations. But first, let's take a look at the mechanism of creating tinnitus due to hearing loss. Hearing loss leads to less sound input to the brain, or causes a loss of input to the brain. So the brain, as I told you, always wants to keep its balance, and in response to the loss of input, the brain turns up the gain. As I mentioned before, means that how strongly neurons respond to input. So it means that the brain becomes sensitive to due to the loss of input, and it produces a spontaneous activity. And these spontaneous activities in different parts of the brain finally leads to perceiving or percepting a phantom sound or tinnitus. If you want to know more about the mechanisms and causes of tinnitus, you can watch the full videos on the Tinnitus Masterclass playlist. There are at least 5 videos about tinnitus in this playlist. But what is the changes in hearing system due to, or other systems due to presbycusis that can affect tinnitus? At first, there is the wearing of the hair cells and a decrease of hearing sensitivity, and there is a loss of synapses or connections between hair cells and the auditory nerves, And also there are some changes of brain processing, including increasing of spontaneous firing and reduction of inhibitory control or less breaking of neural signals, and also some reorganization of the auditory cortex due to aging. And also there is cumulative noise exposure over a lifetime. And all of these issues can trigger tinnitus and influence tinnitus perception. Another change in due to aging is in blood flow and metabolism. It means that aging causes a reduced blood flow to the cochlea, and inner ear is very sensitive to oxygen changes, as I mentioned before, and reduced circulation can stress hair cells and increase vulnerability to tinnitus. But it doesn't mean that everyone with age-related hearing loss gets tinnitus. But it means that the risk of tinnitus increases significantly in aging, and aging is a potent trigger for tinnitus. The other trigger is ear infection and also ear inflammation. Many tinnitus patients complain that after a flu or a COVID infection or a respiratory infection, their tinnitus became amplified. And this is a very common condition. Ear infection and inflammations are including otitis media, labyrinthitis, and eustachian tube dysfunction. I published a full video about the role of eustachian tube dysfunction in tinnitus. You can watch the full video, and the reason that these infections and inflammations can trigger tinnitus are at first pressure changes in the area, fluid buildup, and also inflammatory irritation of auditory structures. All of these items can trigger tinnitus. But one of the important triggers in this group is vascular and circulatory issue. At first, high blood pressure. You can see high blood pressure in many disorders. For example, metabolic disorders, hormonal disorders, and also vascular disorders. All of them can lead to hypertension. And in hypertension, there is an increase in blood flow turbulence near the ear, which can trigger tinnitus. And one of the vascular issues is named as pulsatile tinnitus. I will explain it, it's very important. And also anemia is one of the triggers, can be one of the triggers of tinnitus. But what is pulsatile tinnitus? In this kind of tinnitus, the tinnitus sound is synced with a heartbeat, and the patient hears blood flow transmitted to the inner ear. It can be seen in atherosclerosis, carotid artery narrowing, and vascular malformations. And all of the situation that that can cause narrowing and that influence the size of the blood vessels. All of these issues can trigger tinnitus and can lead to a pulsatile tinnitus. It's very important that pulsatile tinnitus should always be medically evaluated, and if you suffer from a pulsatile tinnitus that is synced with your heartbeat, you should be visited by a specialist, most of the time cardiologist, and the doctor prescribe a series of diagnostic procedures to find the main reason of this kind of tinnitus. It's very important. Please pay attention to this kind of tinnitus. But in anemia, there is a reduced oxygen delivery, and heart try to compensate this reduction with increased blood flow, which leads to blood flow turbulence around the hearing system and can trigger tinnitus. There are also neurological triggers for tinnitus. One of the most important trigger in this group is migraine headache, and also head injury and concussion and multiple sclerosis can be the triggers, but it is multiple or MS or multiple sclerosis is a very rare trigger. Many patients in Reddit or Facebook complain that during or after migraine episodes, migraine attacks, their tinnitus was amplified. And this is because of the cortical hyperexcitability, means hyperexcitability in the brain cortex in migraine, blood vessel changes in migraine, and also they in migraine and tinnitus shared sensory pathways. So tinnitus often worsen during or after migraine episodes. And many of the triggers of tinnitus and migraine are shared. That tinnitus triggers are shared with migraine, and so if you avoid the triggers, you can manage both of them. For example, dietary triggers, lack of sleep, and stress, emotional stress, and also dehydration are both triggers are triggers for both migraine and tinnitus. So if you avoid them, you will feel better, definitely. But in a head injury or concussion, there is a damage to auditory pathway and a disrupted filtering of sound. And in some of the cases, both brain and neck involved together. So these kind of head traumatic brain injuries and concussions can trigger your tinnitus. As I told you, multiple sclerosis is a very rare trigger for tinnitus. In this disorder, there is demyelination of auditory pathways, which alter nerve transmission and can influence tinnitus perception. Metabolic and endocrine triggers are including thyroid disorder. Thyroid disorders can affect metabolism, circulation, and nerve sensitivity. And these disorders can increase neural firing in auditory circuits, and also blood sugar dysregulation in diabetes or other kinds of hyperglycemia. This dysregulation of blood sugar leads to neuropathy and can affect the neurons and neural pathways. And Fluctuating glucose affects inner ear energy supply, and so it can trigger tinnitus. Hormonal changes may be the triggers of tinnitus, for example, in menopause, pregnancy, and stress. You know, um, adrenaline and some of the other hormones are released in stressful conditions, and hormones directly influence auditory nerve excitability, and stress hormones amplify tinnitus perception. I talked about the effects of cortisols and stress hormones on triggering tinnitus in a full video in this series. You can watch the full video. One of the other triggers in this group is autoimmune conditions. In autoimmune conditions, the immune system become misactivated, and it is activated against the body, against your body, and can damage your own body. Autoimmune disease, in one of the examples, the main examples of autoimmune disease are lupus erythematosus and rheumatoid arthritis. There are also other disorders in this group, and in this condition, inflammatory mediators affect blood flow and nerves, and immune system attacks inner ear structures and causes fluctuating hearing and tinnitus, and also it can trigger tinnitus. But there are some red flags that if you have these conditions, you need medical evaluation. As I told you, the first one is pulsatile tinnitus, and also one-sided and worsening tinnitus is very important. Sudden tinnitus with hearing loss, and also tinnitus accompanied by vertigo, numbness, and weakness. If you have one of these conditions, you need to be visited by a specialist, and please pay attention to these conditions. These are the references of this video. I try to simplify and make understandable the topics for you, so all of the tinnitus patients can use these videos, and this the content of my videos. I try to make them understandable for everybody. There are some articles and studies about the effects of aging, and also the effects of infection and autoimmune diseases, and inflammation, hypertension, and pulsatile tinnitus, and also the effects of traumatic brain injury in tinnitus, and also the connection between migraine and tinnitus. Thanks for watching this video. For the next video, I will talk about the sensory and environmental triggers of tinnitus. And if the video was useful for you, please subscribe the channel and suggest it to the tinnitus sufferer. I think that if you avoid, I'm sure, if you avoid the triggers and use the improvers, you can manage your tinnitus, and you can avoid the amplifying and triggering of tinnitus. Thanks for watching me. Have a nice time.